business legit? So it's a very hot topic because there are so many people I know on all three of our pages and everywhere around the
Yes.
world who are sitting on the fence. They know there is this gold mine to be had. They know there's this thing called online business. Everyone wants a piece of it. But because there are so many scams out there and because there's so much noise out there, they cannot distinguish what is legit and what is not. So we want to have a quick chat about that. So why don't we start with Saurabh? What are your thoughts as to what?
Well, I have many things to say about that, but I'll stick with a few because I know you two have more to add to that. Number one, if something is a scam or not legitimate, it is gonna last for a very short period of time and die and or resurface with a totally different system or a name. But this
Yeah.
business, number one, the online portion of it, part of it, franchise of it, has been in business for 16 years with the same name, with the same company. The main company that has the products have been in business for over 51 years. They do have physical offices in 27 different countries in the world. So how could this not be legitimate, number one? Number two, a lot of the online scammers either don't have a product and there is definitely no service because that's a really get rich quick scam some people, get some money and disappear.
Yeah.
You never know who's behind that either. We, as all of the business owners of this business, we are all real people who are putting our face and our family and our jobs and our cities and where we live all in the platform. So anyone who Googles my name and my city can come to my office tomorrow and sit at the reception and wait for me. So
Yeah.
there is really no way that I want to just grab some people's money, which is not actually going into my pocket, and run away, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So we do have the service, we have the products, we do get a tax receipt from the company that we file our taxes. Do you think the government of Canada has not been able to find out this business has been scamming people for 10 years already and shut it down? There is no way.
Yeah. I think Shima is I don't know which one of us. I think Shima is cutting out.
I think Shima is frozen now.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all really, really good points, Sarah. Absolutely correct. And off the back of what you said about, get rich quick, the thing with those is that oftentimes when you see something that sounds too good to be true, it is a get rich quick. So if someone comes and says, and there's a lot of these, and so many people fall for them, where today you put $400, next week you're gonna have $10,000. Like
Exactly.
that is a scam. With the way we do business here, we always say it's a real business and it requires work. We are never coming and promising that, all right, you're going to make an investment and then you sit back and, fan yourself and then all this money is going to come into your account. No, it's a real business. What we do is social media marketing. You run ads. We teach people how to do social media marketing, how to advertise through social media platforms, Meta, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Pinterest, Threads, you name it. We teach that and people can earn through social media. And then from there, so many avenues of online things open up as well. Like, as you know, there's, you can monetize your YouTube, you can monetize your Facebook, and there's all these other windows open up. But essentially what we do is start you off with this online business and you can then expand from there. So it requires work. You actually, yes, it doesn't require 8 hour a day work where you've got to go out of your house and sit somewhere in an office and do whatever behind a computer. You can do it with your bits and pieces of time during the day, but it still requires work. we have meetings, we have
Absolutely.
that we do. So it's not something that comes to you easy, but it's something that promises you a better future than working your typical 9 to 5. Shima, now you're connected back. Tell us, what are your thoughts?
Yes. So I guess my top one is a lot of people had negative past experience,
Yeah.
including me. They tried so many things and it didn't work out.
Mm,
And basically, they're relying on that and they're not willing to try one more time. And also, like in the past experience, my experience was like lack of support. And I was like left alone. I had like whole bunch of training and nobody was like walking me through them. And those lack of support kind of made me to fail on that program. But here what we see, I guess, step by step, like people walk you through. You have like mentor and coaches like every day, access to like a lot of like entrepreneurs around the world, and they're
Hmm.
sharing experience with you. The other thing that I want to say, it's over promising that you see from other programs. They basically in social media, you only see like good results, and they never share that like how much work and hard work is behind it. And what I saw about our business opportunity, they never said that over promising. Basically, they said like you're gonna have to put the effort, and you get the result based on like how much effort you put. And at the beginning, like there are a lot of like hours that you have to spend. There's a learning curve that you have to spend those hours. And when I like had the strategy call with my coach, she didn't overpromise. She told me that uh, for at least about like minimum 6 months to a year, you have to spend so much time, and you can go slow as like couple of hours a day, but the more you spend more time on this business, faster you get the result. And this being realistic on promises, that's I guess amazing on this business.
that was excellent.
I,
That was excellent. Yeah, yeah. And that's so important. On that strategy call, everything is laid out for you. What it involves. What do you got to do? It's a real business, so you got to put real effort into it. It's not going to come easy, but it's something that it takes half the effort, less than half the effort of working your whole lifetime in an offline job and not getting where you want in the end. So that was really good. The other thing I'll add on to this, and actually as you were talking, I was thinking we could have another live on this where we could dig it up a little bit more. But the other thing that I think people really struggle with is limiting beliefs, their own limiting beliefs. Because let's face it, like we're brought up in a world where, like, our generation's a funny one because we've seen so many different things, from the computers looking like a fish tank to now we got, AI and, robots that you can pretty much bring into your house as your housemate. So it's a big span of, changes, and people are adapting to that. They're adapting to that, and they've always been taught money is hard to get, money is difficult. So that's all in their head. You got to work hard for your money. You got to work offline. So now we're telling them, yes, you got to work hard, but you can sit at home. You can, do some hours of work from behind the laptop. And in their head, they're thinking, can I do this? What if I can't? What if I fail? What if all my friends see me try this and I get nowhere with it and then I look like a loser? And so all these limiting beliefs are just kind of like banging in their head left and right more than anything else. 90%, actually, probably 99% of people who join the business, their very first concern is, I don't want anyone to know I'm doing this. I don't want anyone to know I'm doing this until I've started achieving something in this business. Then I was. It's a whole massive topic on its own. But I think another thing that is really makes people skeptical is their own limiting beliefs as well, playing in the background. So yeah, it's there's a lot at play. But there's so many reasons. But with our business, as Solar said, you got your products company that you can actually go to their offices in any city that you are. It's a Japanese company. We all know that Japanese people we rely on, you know, they how decent they are, how well they
Yeah.
live. And our products, the products that this company produces are all to do with wellness and health. And these days, we know how so many illnesses have increased, from cancer to diabetes to so many other things. And these products help with prevention, you know, living a healthier life, living a longer life. So you can go and check all of this out. So it's not something, you know, airy fairy that we're just saying for ourselves that, yep, there's this business. No, you go and find out. But how are you going to find out? You're going to come into the trial period. You're going to get all the information. You're going to get the name of the company so you can go to the company and check them out. And that's the only way you're going to find out. But you've got to put those limiting beliefs aside and actually check it out closely. And when I got scammed with online businesses, well, I didn't check any of that. You know, I was just like, oh my God, they're saying you got to put some money, and then this happens. Like, yeah, I'll do it. And I had no experience. And so many people have been there. But we have people in this business now who come from those backgrounds. Most of us do, because so many of us were eager to try something online. And these people have come, and despite their bad experiences, they've given a leap of faith, they've done some research, and they've found out it's legit, and they've joined the business. So,
Well, I think that if they get into the 30-day trial and actually watch those videos with open mind and try to learn exactly what it is said in those instructions and explanations of the business, they will really understand that this cannot be a scam. This cannot be a scam. They just have to, because I had someone who watched those videos and said, I still don't know what it is about. Well, you're like, for me, when I was watching them, there were parts that I screenshot the charts to actually go and review that on myself to find out what, okay, well, you listen to it, but then I have to really visually dissect those charts to understand it. And then it is very, at the end, you will find out it's a very simple strategy, and it's a very smart platform. It's a very, very smart platform, and the way that the business has been designed is very smart for people to grow their business. But what's most important is, many people come with the mindset of an employee. They think that they will spend 2 hours of their time and they will get paid for that. No, it's a business like any other business. Even if you open a store, you need a few months for it to be known to the people in the area. And then you still have to advertise for that to bring the crowd and exposure to your store and get sales going. However, with the amount of rent and TMI that you're paying on your location for whatever business it is, it will take you over a year or maybe longer to even recoup your initial investment. Whereas in our platform, if someone is actually working and looking at it as a business, they will regain their initial investment much faster than any other business. And from then on, it's only going to be profit.
definitely. Yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah, absolutely. That there's a big difference there, because even a coffee shop, like, you can open the coffee shop and you can rock up every single day, not one person walks in. That's the way
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean,
I
you
just want to
either have
support.
to be in a location that is really, really high traffic with foot traffic to not need to advertise for your business. Otherwise, everything needs advertisement.
Yeah.
And for something that is online, your advertisement is your store window. That's
Mm,
it.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
What did you want to add, Shimon?
I just want to add that like the system, I guess we have a lot of like programs out there that like they um, like bring up something and like in a year they disappear. I wanted to add that like this program and this business opportunity, it's been for so long and it's kind of a proven system. It's not like they're testing on like new people.
Yeah.
Basically, like the professional system, automation, all the people that like years before us came and they succeed, they made money. These are all like proof that this is working. It's not something, I guess, in a couple of months somebody brought up and they just don't know what they're doing, the business model working or not working, testing on you. So this
Yeah.
part, I guess, that's amazing that like you join a community, couple of years working and succeeding.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes a big difference. And we have
Absolutely.
so many events globally as well. Like when you join the business, you'll be traveling here and there to the global conventions and events, and it will put it into perspective for you. Even on our social media pages, you can see the events and you can see, it's been around for a long time, and people who are succeeding in it, they've changed their lives. They've changed the lives of many people around them. And you will get to meet every single person at these events. So it's all real. So if you're sitting on the fence, still skeptical, I hope that this conversation has helped clear things up for you. It's given you directions, what to look for and how to actually distinguish what's real and what's not. And if you have any questions, please reach out to us. We'd love to have a chat to you about it. And if you'd like us to address any part of any other topics in the following lives, we'd love to do that as well. So let us know. Ladies, any
Absolutely.
other, did you want to add anything else, ladies? Or
No, it's all good. And uh, another one thing that I want to mention is when you start with a 30-day trial, you have 30 days to do your due diligence and study and go research. Many things will come up and many things you will see. That is you. I always decided in my life to go with my gut feeling. My intuition tells me what to do, and don't listen to the noise that is around me, because everybody is interpreting things with their own mindset, and they it goes through their own filters and what they have in their mind. Nobody knows what you are thinking and what situation you are and where you want to get in the future in your life. And you cannot compare yourself with anyone, and you cannot let anyone become the decision maker for you.
yeah,
So
and
you've got
actually,
30 days to do your own due diligence and see if it is this something you can do or you want to do or not. It's as simple as that.
and the only way to find out is to check it out yourself. I want to come back to an experience that I've had in my life. There has been situations where I trusted other people's opinion more than what my own gut feeling said. I will always live to regret that. Always, from simple things to, how I set up my offline business, things like that. From that to,
Yeah,
usually I don't go with people's opinions, but when I lacked knowledge in something, I trusted the knowledge of somebody else, then live to regret it because they made the wrong decision and I followed that decision. And so please
absolutely.
don't make that mistake ever. Always do your own research, because as Sarah said, other people are going through their own filters in their mind and their own knowledge. If they have lack of knowledge about something, they have fear about something, and then they're going to
Yes,
reflect that back onto you. So be really conscious of that, because so many people have come and they've got skeptical partners or skeptical relatives or whatever, or friends. And what I say to them is those pre-coaching videos, what you saw, you sat there, you watched the business model, you understood the business model, you dissected it. They didn't do that. So how do you expect that they're going to have any valid opinions about it? So you really
Right.
have to rely on yourself. Learn to trust yourself more than anybody else, and always do your own research about anything before you listen to anyone else.
exactly. I totally agree.
Mm. Well, it
Exactly.
was awesome having a chat with you, beautiful ladies. I
Amazing.
loved it.
Yes.
And
Thank you.
hopefully this was useful for everyone. And until the next live, we will catch you guys later. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks, ladies.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Have a nice evening.
Bye.
Have a
Bye.
nice day.
Bye.
Bye.